What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like this Project B basketball league is not done yet. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way overseas to Saudi Arabia. Guys, let's get it. Let's go.
Okay, so this just exploded across the internet, and nobody's talking about what this actually means. A former Facebook exec and the co-founder of Skype just dropped $5 billion to build a global basketball empire that's about to make WNBA salaries look like pocket change. We're talking average players becoming overnight millionaires. But here's the kicker, this isn't just about money. What you're about to see is how one league is weaponizing wealth to completely reshape women's basketball. And the strategy behind it is actually genius. By the end of this video, you'll understand why every single player, including Caitlin Clark, is about to face the biggest decision of their career.
If you need me, holla at your boy. Because it's looking like y'all about to break the damn internet. And you want to know what you need, more importantly, you need a good backing. You need a good person in the media. Not mainstream media. You need somebody in the streets on the bricks. And I'm here to tell you, I'm on the bricks, Your Majesty. Oh, yes, I am ready. And look, you ain't even got to pay me that much. You can get me for the LO.
Did you catch that? He's literally pitching himself to Saudi royalty on YouTube. That's how real this money is. People are publicly campaigning for jobs. But let me break down what just happened in the last 72 hours that has the entire basketball world in chaos. Project B isn't some startup league hoping to survive. They came in with $5 billion in funding. The WNBA's entire valuation doesn't even touch that. And get this, they're not just targeting superstars. Multiple sources confirmed they're offering multi-million-dollar contracts to role players. Women who make $75,000 in the WNBA are about to get offers for 10 times that amount. This is psychological warfare disguised as a business opportunity.
Oh, baby. Now, we just heard a video before this one about Caitlin Clark potentially, allegedly, being offered upwards of 50 to 100 million, maybe even a full-blown billion. See, when it comes to Middle East countries and the Saudis, bruh, see, Your Majesties, they wallet is literally the ATM.
So here's where it gets absolutely wild. Every couple hours, another bombshell drops about this league. First it was Caitlin Clark, allegedly getting offered $50 to $100 million. Then rumors about them building her an entire facility. Now we're finding out the investment group includes Candace Parker, Elena Delle Donne, and Lauren Jackson, WNBA champions who know exactly what players want because they lived through decades of low pay. You see what's happening here? They're not just throwing money around randomly. They studied the WNBA's biggest weakness, compensation, and they're exploiting it with surgical precision. And the timing? Chef's kiss. Right as the WNBA is in labor negotiations. Project B shows up offering generational wealth.
Of this whole Middle Eastern project, this Project B. I mean, this thing is going to be so big. I ain't lying, dog. Somebody call the Saudis right now. Tell them John the Liquidator looking for you. I want to be how could I be a part of this? I ain't lying, dog, because I can't make this up. I truly cannot make this up, dog, because Annie Constable has dropped.
Listen to how he phrases that. They got so much money they could put the NBA to shame. That's not exaggeration. That's reality. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund has $700 billion in assets. They bought LEV Golf. They're transforming soccer. They purchased entire esports organizations. And now they've identified women's basketball as the next frontier. But here's what most people are missing. This isn't about basketball passion. This is about sports washing and global influence. And women's basketball is undervalued enough that they can dominate it completely with money alone. The strategy is brilliant because it's working. When you can make a bench player a millionaire overnight, loyalty to the WNBA evaporates instantly.
Bank, bruh. They opening the bank for this Saudi league. Hell, role players for the, you get $1 million, you get $1 million. We gotta beat out, we gotta make this the #1 basketball thing in the world. I mean, bro, this is great. I can't even lie, bro. I can't even lie. I'm glad I came back today because this right here.
Okay, so he's joking, but he's also revealing the core truth that's about to shatter the current basketball ecosystem. Role players, gonna get $1 million. Let that sink in for a second. The WNBA maximum salary is around 2. Project B is offering 4 times that to players who come off the bench. Now think about the psychology here. You're a 28-year-old player making $80,000 in the WNBA. You've got maybe 5 good years left in your career. Project B offers you $2 million for 1 season. That's more money than you'd make in your entire WNBA career. What do you do? And here's the part that should terrify the WNBA. You don't even have to be good. You just have to be available.
Guys, I can't think of the track star name. What is the track star name? Noah Lyles. I mean, at some point, y'all got to blame Noah Lyles. Because y'all remember when Noah Lyles said, hey, look, y'all can't call yourself world champions. Y'all ain't competing against the world. Noah Lyles said that. Y'all don't remember when Noah Lyles said that. Blame Noah Lyles. Because now this is going to be a world basketball league. And I'm telling you guys, this thing finna be good. See, EuroLeague.
So now we get to the real bombshell that just dropped. The article he's reading from confirms Project B is officially launching in October 2025, with the tournament running from November 2026 through 2027. You're probably thinking, okay, so it's an off-season league. Wrong. That's where everyone's getting this twisted. Look at the timeline they're building. They're creating a global circuit across Asia, Europe, and Latin America that runs during the entire WNBA offseason. This means year-round professional women's basketball, with Project B money dwarfing WNBA salaries. Players won't have an off-season anymore. They'll have a choice. Play in the WNBA for passion or play for Project B for generational wealth. And if you think loyalty wins that battle, you haven't been paying attention to how athletes actually make decisions.
Over with called Poots. I ain't lying. Project B is offering multi-million-dollar salaries. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. It goes on to say, women's basketball has largely been ruled by 2 leagues for the past 3 decades. Beginning back in 1997, the WNBA had control of the summer and Euro.
Did you catch the shift in his voice? That's genuine excitement, mixed with the realization that this completely changes the game. Year-round women's basketball sounds amazing for fans, but think about what this actually means for the ecosystem. The WNBA becomes a summer exhibition league, while Project B becomes where real money lives. Chinese leagues that used to pay premium salaries? Gone. European leagues? Can't compete. The entire international basketball economy is about to collapse into one Saudi-backed monster that controls everything through pure financial domination. And here's the kicker. They don't need to be profitable. Saudi Arabia isn't doing this for ROI. They're doing this for influence.
Rival. Now, a 4th major player is joining the Fall-Winter League, and that is Project B. Project B is going to be announced in October of next year, a tournament across Asia, Europe, Latin America, beginning in November of 2026.
Okay, so this is where the strategy gets absolutely diabolical. Their first signing wasn't a superstar. It was Nessika Ogwumike, the WNBA Players Association president. Let me explain why this is a chess move that changes everything. Nessika knows every single negotiation tactic the WNBA uses. She knows what players want, what they're not getting, and exactly how to pitch Project B as the solution. She's literally the person negotiating the WNBA's next collective bargaining agreement, and now she's working for the competition. You see what just happened? They didn't just sign a player. They signed the person who knows the WNBA's entire playbook. That's not recruiting. That's corporate espionage disguised as a contract.
Getting one quick before this, because I'm going over the world. I've never been all over the world before, but I'm telling you, I will make my presence known in Asia, Europe. I ain't lying. Your boy John the Liquidator coming. It goes on to say it's not unheard of Diana Taurasi skipping the 2015 WNBA season to the rest after playing for Russia. Now she did do that back in 2015. Now, she had made $100,000 for that.
So now he's bringing up Diana Taurasi's history. And this is actually the perfect example of why Project B is about to win. Back in 2015, Diana skipped an entire WNBA season to rest and play in Russia for $1.5 million. The WNBA couldn't do anything about it because overseas money was too good. She made more in one Russian season than multiple WNBA seasons combined. Now imagine that same scenario, but instead of one player doing it, it's 20 players, 30 players, half the league. Project B isn't just offering more money. They're offering what players have been begging for: respect through compensation. And the WNBA's response has been, we're growing. Be patient. Well, patience just ran out because someone showed up with a blank check.
Announcement again. She is WNBA president as an intentional move to exert pressure on labor negotiations. Bro, there is no, look, guys, there's no labor, nothing. There's no, bro, she's thinking about that bag. She's thinking about the bag. And I'm telling you right now, if y'all think, I said this once, y'all think Caitlyn ain't finna do this, you're wrong. I mean, you're wrong. Hell, bro, everybody's doing this. Bro, I'm sorry. Everybody's doing it. Who wouldn't want to start generational?
Listen to how he frames this. Who wouldn't want to start generational wealth for their family in one season? That's the question that's going to haunt every WNBA negotiation moving forward. Because here's what the WNBA doesn't want to admit. They can't match these offers. Even with their new TV deal, even with record attendance, they fundamentally cannot compete with a league backed by a sovereign wealth fund. This isn't a business competition. This is a financial superpower, deciding to dominate a market, and the existing players can either adapt or die. And for athletes, the choice is obvious. You can be loyal to the WNBA and struggle financially, or you can secure your family's future with one Project B contract. Loyalty doesn't pay mortgages.
Candace Parker, Elena Bird, and Lauren Jackson, as well as tennis star Novik, I'm not finna mess up their last name, and Solon Stephen Beard, whose long-standing relationship with the Guma Mike includes 8 seasons with the Los Angeles Sparks, is also the league's chief basketball officer. The league sought to raise $5 billion in funding. Of course, bro, they coming in the gate with $5 billion. Bro, WNBA ain't got bees, bro. They ain't got bees. They ain't got bees. They coming in the gate with $5 billion. $5 billion out the gate.
Okay, so now we're getting to the part that should absolutely terrify the WNBA. Their investment group includes WNBA legends who understand the culture, the players, and the pain points. Candace Parker, Elena Delle Donne, Lauren Jackson. These aren't just investors, they're validators. When a young player gets a Project B offer and calls Candace Parker for advice, what do you think she's gonna say? Turn down life-changing money to stay loyal to a league that paid you $60,000. Not happening. They've built a recruitment machine where WNBA legends are essentially telling the next generation, we suffered through low pay, so you don't have to. That's not just smart business. That's psychological manipulation at the highest level. And it's completely legal.
Bro, WNBA ain't got bees, bro. They ain't got bees. They ain't got bees. They coming in the gate with $5 billion. $5 billion out the gate. This is big business. This is the biggest sports business we have ever seen. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, this is going to be so big. So big. So big. This is going to be so big, and I want to be a part of it immediately. I ain't lying. Get your passports. Get everything, y'all, because it's about to go down.
So here's where everything reaches a breaking point. $5 billion in funding. Multi-million-dollar contracts for average players. WNBA legends as investors and recruiters. A global circuit that runs year-round. And the biggest threat of all, this launches in 2025, right as the WNBA is negotiating its next collective bargaining agreement. You see the trap that just got set. Every single negotiation the WNBA has with players now includes an invisible third party, Project B, offering 10 times more money. Players can literally walk into negotiations and say, match this or I'm gone. The WNBA has zero leverage anymore. And the wildest part, this might actually be good for players even if Project B fails, because the WNBA will be forced to increase salaries just to compete. But if Project B succeeds, the WNBA becomes a developmental league for Saudi basketball. That's the future we're staring at right now. So what happens next? Does Caitlin Clark take the $100 million? Do half the All-Stars jump ship? Does the WNBA survive? Drop your prediction below, because this story is just getting started.